Epidemiological transitions in disease. Patterns. Objectives. At the completion of this unit, learners will be able to define population changes and population pyramid, illustrate factors affecting population change, dependency ratio, sex ratio, discuss changes in life expectancy and changes in age, sex distribution, discuss changes in major causes of death, changes in age, sex distribution. Demography is the statistical study of populations, and changes occurring within populations over time or space. Population group of individuals of same species living in the same geographic area at the same time. Population changes refer to the variations or fluctuations in the size, composition, and distribution of a population over a specific period of time. These changes can occur as a result of several factors, including birth rates, death rates, immigration, and emigration. There are only two ways to enter a population: by birth and by in-migration. There are two ways to leave a population: by death and by out-migration. Basic concepts. Population changes can be classified into three main categories. Natural increase. It refers to the difference between the number of births and deaths in a population. If the number of births exceeds the number of deaths, the population experiences natural increase. Conversely, if the number of deaths surpasses the number of births, the population undergoes natural decrease. Net migration. Net migration accounts for the difference between the number of immigrants, people moving into a particular area, and the number of emigrants, people leaving that area, during a specified period. Positive net migration leads to population growth, while negative net migration contributes to population decline. Aging population. Population changes also encompass shifts in the age structure of a population. When the proportion of older individuals increases relative to younger age groups, it is referred to as an aging population. This phenomenon often occurs due to declining birth rates and increased life expectancy. Population changes. Population pyramids. Population pyramids are graphical representations that show the age and sex distribution of a population. They are typically presented as bar charts, with the horizontal axis representing the population size and the vertical axis representing different age groups or cohorts, a group of people with a shared characteristic. Demographers use these simple graphs to evaluate the extent of development for a given population, usually an individual nation. Trends in the birth rate, death rate, infant mortality rate and life expectancy. These trends can help a country to plan its future services, for example, more homes for the elderly if there is an aging population or fewer schools if there is a decreasing birth rate. The proportion of the population who are economically active and the proportion who are dependent upon them, dependency ratio. Types of population pyramids. Every population pyramid is unique. Most can be categorized into three types. Expansive, young and growing. Constrictive, elderly and shrinking. Stationary, stationary population. Expansive pyramid. An expansive pyramid, also known as a youthful pyramid, has a broad base and a narrowing top. This type of pyramid indicates a population with high birth rates and high death rates. It is characterized by a large proportion of young people and a smaller proportion of older individuals. Expansive pyramids are often observed in developing countries with high fertility rates, lower than average life expectancies, limited access to health care and education. They suggest a growing population that may face challenges related to providing adequate resources and services for the young population. Constrictive pyramid. A constrictive pyramid, also known as an aging pyramid, has a narrower base and a broader top. This type of pyramid indicates a population with low birth rates and low death rates. It is characterized by a larger proportion of older individuals and a smaller proportion of young people. Constrictive pyramids are often observed in developed countries with low fertility rates and high life expectancy. They suggest an aging population that may face challenges related to health care, retirement systems, and labor market dynamics. Stationary pyramid. A stationary pyramid, also known as a stationary population or stationary phase pyramid, has relatively equal proportions across all age groups. It indicates a population with relatively stable birth rates and death rates, resulting in a relatively constant population size over time. Stationary pyramids are often observed in countries where birth rates and death rates are in balance. They suggest a population that has reached a demographic equilibrium, where the replacement level of fertility is maintained. Factors affecting population. Changes. Birth rate. The number of births per 1,000 individuals in a population over a specific period of time. Higher birth rates generally lead to population growth, while lower birth rates can result in population decline or slower growth. Death rate. The number of deaths per 1,000 individuals in a population over a specific period of time. Higher death rates can decrease population size, while lower death rates contribute to population growth. Cont. Fertility rate. The average number of children born to a woman over her lifetime. Higher fertility rates generally lead to population growth, while lower fertility rates can result in population decline or slower growth. Life expectancy. The average number of years a person is expected to live. Longer life expectancy usually leads to population growth, as individuals live longer and contribute to the overall population. Cont. Immigration. The movement of individuals from one region or country to another. Immigration can increase the population of the receiving region or country. Emigration. The movement of individuals from one region or country to another. Emigration reduces the population of the originating region or country. Cont. Economic factors. Economic conditions, such as employment opportunities, income levels, and access to resources, can affect population change. Regions or countries with better economic conditions may attract more people, leading to population growth. Education and healthcare. Access to education and healthcare services can impact population change. Improved education and healthcare can lead to lower birth rates, lower infant mortality rates, and increased life expectancy, which can influence population growth. Cont. Government policies. Government policies, such as family planning programs, immigration policies, and social welfare programs, can directly or indirectly influence population change. For example, policies promoting family planning may lead to lower birth rates, while immigration policies can affect population size through the movement of people. War and conflict. War and conflict can have a significant impact on population change. They can result in displacement, migration, and high death rates, leading to population decline or stagnation in affected areas. Dependency ratio. The dependency ratio is a demographic measure that compares the working age population, typically defined as individuals between the ages of 15 and 64, to the dependent population, which includes children, typically defined as individuals under the age of 15, and the elderly, typically defined as individuals aged 65 and older. The dependency ratio is calculated by dividing the number of dependents by the number of working age individuals and multiplying the result by 100 to express it as a percentage. Pakistan was reported at 69.96% in 2021. Sex ratio. Definition. Sex ratio refers to the ratio of males to females in a population, typically expressed as the number of males per 100 females. The natural sex ratio at birth is generally considered to be approximately 105 males per 100 females. The sex ratio in Pakistan in 2021 is 106.01 males per 100 females. Life expectancy. Life expectancy refers to the average number of years a person is expected to live, based on statistical calculations and demographic data. It is an estimate of the average lifespan of individuals within a particular population or group. It is often used as an indicator of overall health and quality of life within a population and can help policymakers, healthcare professionals, and researchers assess the impact of various factors on longevity. It's important to note that life expectancy is a statistical measure and does not predict the lifespan of any specific individual. An individual's actual lifespan can be shorter or longer than the average life expectancy due to individual circumstances, genetics, and other factors. Factors influencing life expectancy. 1. Healthcare and medical advances. Access to quality healthcare services, including preventive care, early detection, and effective treatment of diseases, can significantly affect life expectancy. Advances in medical technology, drugs, and procedures also contribute to improved health outcomes and increased longevity. 2. Lifestyle choices. Individual lifestyle choices play a crucial role in determining life expectancy. Factors such as diet, physical activity, tobacco and alcohol use, and substance abuse can have a profound impact on overall health and longevity. Healthy habits like maintaining a balanced diet, regular exercise, and avoiding harmful behaviors can positively influence life expectancy. 3. Socioeconomic status. Such as income, education, and occupation, can affect life expectancy. Higher socioeconomic status often correlates with better access to healthcare, improved living conditions, and healthier lifestyles, all of which can contribute to longer life expectancy. 4. Environmental factors. Including air and water quality, exposure to pollutants, access to clean drinking water, sanitation facilities, and overall living conditions, can affect health and life expectancy. People living in polluted or unsafe environments may experience increased health risks, leading to shorter life expectancy. 5. Genetics and biology. Genetic factors can influence an individual's susceptibility to certain diseases and conditions, which can impact life expectancy. Family history and inherited traits can play a role in the development of various illnesses. Additionally, biological factors such as sex, race, and underlying genetic predispositions can contribute to differences in life expectancy between populations. 6. Social support and relationships. Strong social support networks and positive relationships have been linked to better health outcomes and longer life expectancy. Emotional well-being, social connections, and access to social support systems can contribute to overall health and resilience. 7. Access to education. Education plays a vital role in health literacy, enabling individuals to make informed decisions about their health and well-being. Higher levels of education are often associated with healthier behaviors, better job prospects, and improved access to healthcare, which can contribute to increased life expectancy. It's important to note that these factors interact with and influence each other, and their impact on life expectancy can vary across different populations and individuals. Changes in life expectancy. Global life expectancy. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, the global average life expectancy at birth has increased from around 31 years in 1900 to approximately 73 years in 2019. In Pakistan, in 1960, the estimated life expectancy at birth in Pakistan was around 43 years. By 1990, it had increased to approximately 59 years. According to the World Bank, as of 2019, the life expectancy at birth in Pakistan was approximately 67 years. United States. In the United States, life expectancy at birth was around 47 years in 1900. By 2019, it had risen to approximately 79 years for males and 82 years for females. China. China's life expectancy has increased significantly. In 1950, life expectancy at birth was around 41 years. By 2019, it had risen to approximately 76 years. India. India has seen notable progress in life expectancy. In 1960, life expectancy at birth was around 41 years. By 2019, it had risen to approximately 69 years. These examples demonstrate the general trend of increasing life expectancy globally over the past century. However, it's essential to consider that life expectancy can vary within countries, influenced by factors such as socioeconomic disparities, healthcare access, and regional differences. Age, sex distribution. Age-sex distribution refers to the composition of a population based on age and sex characteristics. It provides a breakdown of the number or percentage of individuals within different age groups and genders in a given population. When age distribution and sex distribution are combined, it provides a more detailed understanding of the population structure. This allows for the analysis of variations in age and sex ratios across different age groups. For example, it helps to determine if there are differences in the male-to-female ratio among specific age cohorts or if there are age-specific population trends that differ between males and females. Epidemiological transition. Model. The term epidemiologic transition was coined by epidemiologist Abdul Omran in an influential 1971 paper that described how degenerative and man-made diseases displace pandemics of infection as the primary causes of morbidity and mortality. Omran, p. 516. In many high-income countries, provides explanation of the mortality component of the demographic transition, the spectacular decline firstly of death rates and then of birth rates which has been observed in all currently industrialized countries. Omran proposed three basic patterns of epidemiological transition. In countries in Western Europe and Northern America, the shift started early and took approximately 100 years. This was called the Western, or classical model, of the epidemiologic transition. In a number of other countries, notably Japan and Eastern Europe, the transition started later but proceeded much more quickly. The so-called accelerated model Finally, in many third-world countries the transition started even later and unlike has not yet been completed, the delayed, or contemporary model. The epidemiological transition theory sought to explain the shifts in patterns of diseases and mortality that occur as societies undergo economic and social development. According to Omran's theory, societies experience three distinct stages of epidemiological transition. 1. The age of pestilence and famine. The stage before the transition, the age of pestilence and famine when mortality is high and fluctuating, thus precluding sustained population growth. Omran, p. 516. Average life expectancy at birth is low and variable, in the range of 20 to 40 years. Characterized by pre-industrial societies, high mortality rates are primarily driven by infectious diseases, epidemics, and malnutrition. Life expectancy is relatively low, and the majority of deaths occur at younger ages. 2. The age of receding pandemics. The transitional stage, the age of receding pandemics when mortality declines progressively and the rate of decline accelerates as epidemic peaks become less frequent or disappear. The average life expectancy at birth increases steadily from about 30 to 50 years. Population growth is sustained and begins to describe an exponential curve. Omran, p. 517. As societies undergo economic development, improvements in living conditions, sanitation, and nutrition, infectious diseases are gradually controlled. Public health measures, such as vaccination programs and improved healthcare infrastructure, contribute to a decline in mortality rates. Life expectancy increases, and there is a shift towards chronic diseases as major causes of death. 3. The age of degenerative and man-made diseases. The stage after the transition, the age of degenerative and man-made diseases when mortality continues to decline and eventually approaches stability at a relatively low level. The average life expectancy at birth rises gradually until it exceeds 50 years. It is during that stage that fertility becomes the crucial factor in population growth. Omran, p. 517. Mortality is increasingly related to degenerative diseases, cardiovascular disease, CVD, cancer, violence, accidents, and substance abuse, some of these due primarily to human behavior patterns. Conti. In advanced industrialized societies, the focus shifts to non-communicable diseases. NCDs, such as cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, and chronic respiratory diseases. These diseases are associated with lifestyle factors, including sedentary behavior, unhealthy diet, tobacco use, and alcohol consumption. Life expectancy continues to rise, and the burden of diseases is primarily related to chronic conditions rather than infectious diseases. In 1998, Barrett and others proposed two additional phases in which cardiovascular diseases diminish as a cause of mortality due to changes in culture, lifestyle and diet, and diseases associated with aging increase in prevalence. In the final phase, disease is largely controlled for those with access to education and healthcare, but inequalities persist. 4. The age of declining CVD mortality, aging and emerging diseases. Technological advances in medicine stabilize mortality and the birth rate levels off. Emerging diseases become increasingly lethal due to antibiotic resistance, new pathogens like Ebola or Zika, and mutations that allow old pathogens to overcome human immunity. 5. The age of aspired quality of life with persistent inequalities. The birth rate declines as lifespan is extended, leading to an age-balanced population. Socioeconomic, ethnic, and gender inequalities continue to manifest differences in mortality and fertility. Diagram showing sharp birth rate and death rate decreases between time 1 and time 4. The congruent increase in population caused by delayed birth rate decreases, and the subsequent releveling of population growth by time 5. One in yellow. Communicable diseases, in other words infectious diseases, such as HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis together with maternal deaths, neonatal deaths and deaths from malnutrition. 2 in green. Non-communicable diseases. These are often chronic, long-term illnesses and include cardiovascular diseases, including stroke, cancers, diabetes and chronic respiratory diseases, such as chronic pulmonary disease and asthma, but excluding infectious respiratory diseases such as tuberculosis and influenza. 3 in red. Injuries caused by road accidents, homicides, conflict deaths. Drowning, fire-related accidents, natural disasters and suicides.